Thank you for.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Yay. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. It's great to see you all here this morning, and welcome to the folks that are watching online as well. I'm Bonnie. I'm one of the ministers, and here we are at the Ventura Center for Spiritual Living, where we are a center of love. We aspire to be love, share love, and serve love. It's great to see you. I'm going to start with a few announcements. All righty, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so everything that you're going to hear is on our website, and also there's a desk back there that has lots of information for you as well. We have a choir. Choir rehearses most Sundays, 11:30 to 12:30. Yay, woohoo. Was that you? Awesome. Choir is wonderful. There's so much fun, and it's a great group. And even if you struggle with singing, I'm still in the choir, people. Even if you struggle with singing or you don't know if you can sing, just come on down and join. Everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcome, and it's a super fun group. They are, as I said, rehearsing 11:30 to 12:30 downstairs. We have also a science and spirituality group, which is on hiatus. We believe the next meeting will be July 16th, okay? And then we're saving the date. We have a celebration of life for our beloved Lita Martin. She's one of our practitioners who passed away earlier this year. The date for that service is July 18th at 2 p.m., and there's a reception to follow. So many of us knew and loved Lita so much, so it will be a great blessing to gather together and celebrate her. And then we're also saving the date. The Pride Festival in Ventura is usually in August, but this year it's in July, so it's July 25th. And Bernie Austin is our volunteer coordinator, and she is calling forth volunteers. If you'd like to participate, by all means, please let us know. Need people for setup or staffing the booth and what have you. I think that's all I have for right now, so I'm going to call forth Mr. Bill, who will lead us in a youth message.
Good morning.
Good morning. There you go.
As Reverend Bonnie said, I'm Bill Hadris with Youth and Family. Gonna come join me? No? You guys can sit. Cool.
And Mom, you can come sit on the stage too if you want. That would make her more comfortable. Yeah. Okay.
So, let me start with, who's asked themselves today, how am I actively co-creating a world that represents higher, deeper love? Anybody? We got a few. Oh, good. Well, the world is a picture or collective expression representing the profound beauty and deep brokenness, exhilarating joy and the sharp pain of disconnection and injustice. But rather than labeling these experiences as inherently good or bad, we can view them as crucial indicators. Ernest Holmes said, and love is something that the more you give, the more you get back in return. But refusing to give it out seems to short circuit any possibility of its returning. The world we envision demands our active participation. We must honor the paradox that progress and imperfection can both coexist. That's one of my friend's favorite words, paradox. You'll hear it later, probably. So, can you think of a time you noticed how someone was feeling? Yeah? How were they feeling?
Sad.
If someone was feeling sad, what'd you do?
I helped him out.
Helped him out? Nice. Do you want to tell us how you helped him?
Actually, I forgot.
Oh, well, the important thing was you were there for them, huh? Very nice. You have something?
So I was doing the show with my cousin, and I got the part that I wanted, and he didn't, and he got really mad. And I told him at least he didn't get like a background part that says nothing and does nothing the whole entire show.
Well, when we notice others and pay attention to their feelings instead of our own, we can respond with compassion. So with that, I invite you all to repeat after me.
Look,
I create love in the world,
I create love in the world,
and so it is.
and so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face. That's great. Thank you. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And so it is. And now please let us join together in prayer, led by Mary Kerrigan, one of our practitioners.
So if you're comfortable, close your eyes and settle into your seat. With that breath, relaxing into this moment. All the practitioners, reverends, stand to support this prayer. So Divine Spirit is creativity, wisdom, peace, joy, understanding, community, caring. All this energy that we bring here, focus on. I'm connected to that energy, and I know that everyone here and throughout the cosmos is connected to that energy. So we realize this morning service full of inspiration and love, and laughter. Each person that serves in joy and grateful to be here, part of this service and part of being of service. And those who are here to commune with each other, bring a sense of sharing and love and support to one another. And those who are elsewhere, we have the perspective that they might be preparing for something that will bring them joy, but they are still in our hearts and part of the energy of this community that brings joy, peace, and love. So I'm so very grateful to be here and be amongst this energy and the people who are here and have our energy ripple out throughout the world to other beloved ones and others that benefit from this love and support. So with a grateful heart, I release my words into the law, knowing that they are already so. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Mary. And thank you, everybody, for joining in this collective prayer of recognizing how much beautiful power we have in this mighty group of people assembled here today. People committed to love, to being love, to sharing love, to serving love, and also to remembering the truth of who we are beneath all surface differences. We are that essence of love. Some call it I am, some call it God, spirit, higher power, grace, perfection, wholeness, completion, quantum field, whatever it is we call it. We know that we are it, that every single being is it. And so today we sing together, I am remembering who I am, to once again delve into that deepest place within us that knows the truth that sets us free, knows the truth of the I am presence abiding in all beings, in all particles of the cosmos everywhere. And so we sing this song, I am remembering, for ourselves, but we also sing it in remembrance of oneness, of the truth of all existence, the I am presence in all of us, everywhere, all the time. Together let us sing, I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am And just allow that divine peace and power to sink in, to fill our hearts. And then breathe in deeply. And exhale, gently opening our eyes in love and in service to what is, as it is, and so it is. Namaste.
I'll be your candle on the water. My love for you will always burn. I know you're lost and drifting, but the clouds are lifting. Don't give up, you'll have somewhere to turn. I'll be your candle on the water till every wave is warm and bright. My soul is there beside you. Let this candle guide you. Soon you'll see a golden stream of light. A cold and friendless tide has found you. Don't let the stormy darkness pull you down. I'll paint a ray of hope around you, circling in the air, guided by a prayer. I'll be your candle on the water. This flame inside of me will grow. Keep holding on, you'll make it. Here's my hand, so take it. Look for me, reaching out to show, as sure as rivers flow. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How many of you remember Becca from years gone by, right? Becca's been singing with us for a while, and then you had like 3 children, right? And sometimes I would call her and she'd be like, oh, my kids are sick, and I'm getting sick, so I can't sing, right? But we're so glad to have you here, and your children, oh my goodness, can we rent them every Sunday? They're just so adorable and so wonderful. So thank you. Thanks so much. All righty, so it's my turn now. Let's see. You know what? Before we jump into a message, let's just say hello to one another. Just say hello to 3 people, okay? There you go. 3 people. Hi, Chris. So good. Perfect. Hello. It's nice to see you. Hello. Good. Thank you. Good to see you too. I think my mic is live. So hi.
Person here today.
We do?
She's in the red glasses right here.
Oh.
Would you like maybe some?
Oh, okay. Yeah, later on. Yeah, thank you. Okay, y'all. Okay, coming back now. It's about me now. Okay. All right. Vicki, I see you talking. Would Jeff Frank and Vicki Carter please sit down? I said, would Vicki Carter and Jeff Frank please sit down? Thank you. Oh, goodness. All right. It's time to tell the truth, people. Who amongst you said hello to more than 3 people? It's a good sign. It means we're a friendly group and we're just welcoming of everybody. And that's appropriate because today I'm talking about compassion. And I know that we have a lot of compassion in this room, and this is an opportunity just to amplify our compassion as a paradoxical superpower. And this was inspired by a story that I read in dailygood.org. Daily Good is a portal of service space, which is a global service organization. And it's a story about a woman named Ruth Pittard who lives in North Carolina. She lives near Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm going to read a quote from her that she starts the story off like this. She said, years earlier, I'd been part of an anti-war group at Davidson College. It's another college in North Carolina where I worked. We read, we met in protest, and we published a booklet. But we discovered that being anti-war was causing wars on campus. It was an argument, not a path to peace. So the group regrouped and asked, what could we advocate and practice that would actually eliminate the need for war? Love was the word. The answer we found was love. If we taught love, lived love, sought to become love, then maybe we'd never need the protest signs again. Now, this was many years ago. I'm not sure which war it was during. It might have even been Vietnam when she was quite a bit younger. She's 80 years old now. And recently, because of government circumstances and some of the challenges in America, one of her friends was protesting. And Ruth said that she wanted to stand up and hold a sign as well. She asked her grandchildren, what should my sign say? And the grandchildren said, well, that's easy. It should say love. It should say love. And so Ruth, for the last 8 years, has stood on a corner in a street near Asheville, North Carolina, holding a sign that says love. And there she is with some of her friends. That's Ruth Pittard, featured in www.dailygood.org. Her sign says love. She's only missed 2 times in 8 years. Once when she had COVID, another time when she had a little cancer. She was having surgery. But she's fine now, and she still, once a week, stands on this street corner and holds a sign that says love. And she said that the group that she works with now, because it's grown into a project, that the group aligns spiritually. And then not only do they hold the sign love that says love, but they beam love to each other and to the people that they encounter. People will honk horns at them. They'll beam love to that person. They'll make eye contact with people, beam love to them. They'll send love to people that come up and shake their hands. They'll send love to people that disagree with love. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's an extreme and radical, simple act of compassion. And it's radical because it's so small. It's so small. And yet, I believe, and we teach in this spiritual center, that small acts make a difference. They're hard to measure, so sometimes people overlook small acts, but small acts make a difference. Now, why is compassion a paradoxical superpower? And as Bill, our youth person, pointed out, paradox is one of my favorite words. I love a paradox. Well, the reason that compassion or love seems like a paradoxical superpower is that it can be perceived as weak sometimes. Often, the world thinks that unless you're shaking your fist or becoming incredibly aggressive, if you're not doing that, you're not being strong. And really, I see aggression as a form of weakness. It's a state of reactivity from a place of ego, whereas love seeks to include, compassion seeks to include, and compassion is incredibly strong. I'm kind of tickled that this story is about near Asheville, North Carolina, where I lived in North Carolina for 9 years. And one of my favorite stories about Asheville is after the hurricane, where I ran into a woman hiking here in the mountains, just coincidentally, and she said that her relatives lived in Asheville, and it's a very, very, very divided community right there, right now, that there are people that are on the red side, people are on the blue side, but when the hurricane happened, all of those colors dropped, and everybody helped each other. It reminded me of the fires here. When a fireman runs into a house where somebody's on fire, where somebody's in trouble, they don't ask, who did you vote for? They just help, right? And that's why compassion and love are so powerful, so paradoxically powerful. Compassion is not weak, it is not wimpy. Compassion gets it done. Gets it done. And it's my belief that we cultivate compassion within ourselves, and then we cultivate compassion in all of our relationships, maybe starting with the easy ones, and then we ripple that compassion into the other relationships, and ultimately it creates a field led by our inner transformation, our willingness to practice compassion. It ripples into a field that blesses the entire world, a field from which creative, unknown solutions can emerge from the field of love and compassion, from that context. I think that's how we change the world. That's how we create this world that works for all, a world that lifts each other up instead of putting each other down. In considering the strength of compassion, I also had to consider judgment. Judgment can seem very powerful. Being right can seem very powerful. Believing that we're right can seem very powerful. Does anybody here ever judge anybody? Oh, look at all those hands going up. Wow. Oh, that's awesome, you guys. It's good to acknowledge it. I'm going to tell a story about judgment, my own judgment. I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to tell it anyway. How many of you have ever been on a customer service call where you're trying to get something done, and not only are you trying to get something done, you're speaking to an AI bot? Please raise your hand if you've ever had that experience. Please raise your hand if it's ever been an unpleasant experience. All right. So I was trying to get something done with my phone. Something happened with my phone. I can't remember what it was. They overcharged me on something. So I called up my phone carrier, and I was talking to this bot. And first of all, the bot was pretending that it cared about me, which pissed me off. Right? I know how you feel. You don't know how I feel. You're a machine. How can you possibly know how I feel? And then we were going in circles, right? Sound familiar? Going in circles, right? And then finally I just said, you know what? I really want to speak to a human. The bot said, let me try again. I'm like, okay, try again, but tried again, didn't work. Now I really want to speak to a human. He said, may I ask why you no longer want to work with me? The words that popped into my head were not pretty. I didn't say them out loud, but what I wanted to say was, I don't want to work with you because I hate you. I know. And I felt shamed by that. I came from a household, I've heard this is true of Germans. I don't know whether it's true for all Germans. Well, maybe, certainly. But anyway, my mother always said, don't say hate. Can't even say, I hate Brussels sprouts. Don't say hate. I knew how to say I love you. I had to look up how to say I hate you. My aunt's parakeet used to say I love you in German. Ich liebe dich. So I didn't say it out loud, but after I hung up the phone, I realized, I got my problem fixed, by the way, but I realized that, it's that thing that we say in Science of Mind that I say a lot. It's Ernest Holmes who says, your judgment judges you. Your judgment judges you. So if I had said it out loud, if me telling the bot I hate you, the bot would have been unaffected, right? Now I'm curious. I should have tried it, see what he said. But it would affect me. It would chip away at my soul. It would chip away at my loving kindness, and I would work really hard to justify why I had said that, when really it wasn't really against the bot. It was about something rising up in me, my desire to get it done in my time. And I just realized that my judgment judges me. And that again, the bot would not be affected by my hatred, but that it would hurt my soul and hurt my heart to say it. But here's the good news about that. Ernest Holmes said, your judgment judges you. What if the opposite is true? Your love loves you. So every time we express compassion to another being, it is like we are expressing compassion to ourselves. And it's a Mobius strip. It's a cycle of where if I love you, I can love myself more, and then I can love myself more, so I can love you more, and it just goes on and on and on and on infinitely. Are you willing to believe that your dedication to love loves you? Not only does it love the world, but it loves you as well. It's a powerful, powerful, positive thing to do. And so I had this revelation after I almost said the bad thing to the bot. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe loving that bot is a stretch. But I know a lot of people that work in that field, in AI and in IT. Maybe I can love the programmer. I see some of you are struggling with that, but start where you are. Can love the programmer, can love the programmer's mother, can love the programmer's dog, right? There you go, now I got you, okay, righty. So in pondering that, whether I could love the programmer or not even knowing the programmer, I wonder if I could bring that into my life, life here on the planet Earth as I go about my day every day. And I thought of this song. This is a Sufi song, but it's based on the words of a Christian saint, Saint Teresa of Avila, right? And it's, Christ has no body on earth but yours, no hands but yours, no feet but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he shines compassion to the world. Yours is the heart through which she pours all praise to the one. Now, in this teaching, just to be really clear, by the term Christ or Jesus Christ, we mean allness, wholeness, oneness. It's not limited to a certain religion. It is that essence within us, that power and that presence, the I am presence that we just sang about. It is that within us that completely knows its oneness with God, that is one with God. Really, everything is one with God, but I'd say Christ is the part that remembers that we are fully human and fully divine. Praise to the one means praise to that one, to the oneness that encompasses all of us, regardless of religion, regardless of skin color, regardless of orientation, that oneness that is in all beings everywhere. So Christ, the oneness, has no body on earth, or love has no body on earth but yours, no hands but yours, no feet but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he shines compassion to the world. Yours is the heart through which she pours all praise to the one. And so I decided to go about my life that day, to just project compassion to everybody, to shine compassion to the world around me. And it was so enjoyable. Because remember, our love loves us. Our compassion extends compassion to us. It felt so good. The second I would remember to do it, it would feel so good. Something would shift within me that I started doing my best to remember to do it as much as I possibly could. And it's stealth gazing at people. It's not like a Vulcan grip, like, Christ has no body. Sorry, I know you're kind of new. I didn't mean to intimidate you. I can do it to you guys. It's not a Vulcan stare. It is just a gentle gaze where all of a sudden our consciousness shifts into saying, wow, I have compassion for this person. I have compassion for this person. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what they're carrying, but I'm just going to sit here in compassion. And I feel myself start to smile. I feel my heart open. And you know what happens then? I feel their heart open, and they start to smile. And it's a beautiful exchange. And it ripples. It ripples. So now, in fact, the day I started doing this, I went to the grocery store, and I shown compassion to cashiers and cart wranglers and crossing guards, particularly the crossing guard, this senior citizen man just sitting there where his goal in life is to get children across the street safely. And I saw the beauty of that. and began to realize that that beauty is everywhere, but we just have to look for it. It feels like an infusion of awe and wonder and grace and love, and if we look for it and if we be that change that we wish to see in the world, then we start to realize that it truly is everywhere, and our view of the world changes the world. So I just invite you to consider, if we teach compassion, if we live compassion, if we seek to become compassion, what might happen? Maybe hard to see that picture of the little girl and the cow, but it says compassion is having the courage to change the world. If we teach compassion, live compassion, seek to become compassion, what might happen? Well, what if we were just to try it? Experiment it. Try it and see how it changes your life, but also how it changes the life around us. To expand our practice. We practice with friends, with people we love. We can do it internally. We can do it when we're walking about. We can take the meditation off the mat and extend compassion to everyone. And the real challenge is, of course, to try and extend compassion to those that are challenging to us. You don't have to start with the hardest one. But it is, I think, essential to start expanding compassion to the people that challenge us. I'm going to tell you a story, again, another story. This is the last Sunday of Pride Month, right? June is Pride Month, and we're doing the Pride Festival in July. Sometimes I struggle with all the months and all of the holidays and whatnot. I struggle with Father's Day, Mother's Day, Island Pacificer Day, whatever. I struggle with keeping up with all of it. So please forgive me if I don't emphasize a holiday that's meaningful to you. And if you ever want to change that, by all means, see me and we'll get a committee on it. I don't like cultural appropriation, or I try to avoid cultural appropriation. Let me just stop apologizing for it. Today is the last day of Pride Month, okay? And the main reason, though, that I don't necessarily focus on these various holidays and whatnot is that I feel like every day should be Mother's Day, every day should be Father's Day, every day should be Pride Day, and I just realized that I am not alone in that. I am not alone in that. Jodie Foster, who evidently, according to a friend of mine that knew her well, is one of the kindest, most generous, lovely people in Hollywood these days. And by the way, I saw Silence of the Lambs last night, just so you know. Nice, uplifting free church movie. But anyway, Jodie Foster wrote, "Every day is Pride Day for me. Being gay is like being left-handed. Some people are, most people aren't, and nobody really knows exactly why. It's not right or wrong. It's just one of the many natural ways to be. The world works best when everyone gets to live as they truly are. If you ever feel out of place, remember, you're not broken. You're just beautifully different. And that's something the world needs." Yes and amen. The world needs our diversity. Absolutely. So I'm going to tell you this story, because I realize that in standing up for the right for people to be who they are, I may be just preaching to the choir here, because I think most people are of that persuasion here. We support the LGBT community, etc. So I may be preaching to the choir, but can we also extend compassion to the people that somehow seem like they are against? And that's my story. That's my story that I want to tell you. It's about someone that attends here occasionally. She doesn't like the parking, so she watches at home. Can anybody relate to that? But anyway, she sings here occasionally. She sings here, and she also attends. And she gave me permission to tell this story. In fact, I wanted her to come and tell this story, but she is doing ASL, sign language, at the Ojai Pride Festival today, so she couldn't come. And she was really disappointed because she really wanted to tell this story, but she gave me carte blanche to tell it, and she said, even embellish it if you want, because it's going to come through my filter, so it might be embellished a bit. Anyway, her name is Nadia, and Nadia... Gosh, again, I don't know how much to tell. And Nadia is sort of a rowdy girl like me, and she has an odd sense of humor. So if I say something offensive, just just beam compassion at me, okay? Because, okay, the first time I met Nadia, she was singing in a Christian church with a choir. I was there in this Episcopal church, and she came up to me and she said, "Hi, I'm Nadia the Jew." And I'm like, "Okay, hi. I'm Bonnie the Gentile. Pleased to meet you." So sometimes I refer to her as Nadia the Jew, and she's in my phone that way as well. So anyway, so Nadia was in a Judeo-Christian, let's call it a cult, for quite a while, and she started recognizing that she was attracted to women, and so she is gay. She's out of the closet. In fact, she's marrying a woman, her fiancée Erica, in August, and I am doing the wedding. And what a wedding it will be, yes. Because like I said, she's very playful and very creative. Anyway, I spoke with Nadia. I called her a couple months ago to talk to her about something, and she said she was about to take a trip, and she was going to come out on her trip to her evangelical grandparents that live someplace in the Deep South. I can't remember where. Her evangelical grandparents that love her dearly, but did not know that her best friend was actually her fiancé. And she was a little worried about it. She was worried about it because her grandfather sometimes said unkind things about gay men in particular. And she was worried that they wouldn't reject her, but that they would be hurt and worried and just all kinds of things like that. Then she told me about a story that started to shift her grandfather's heart. He's an elderly man, and he fell down in the front yard one time, and she said it was a Sunday morning, and all these cars were going by, and she said, "There's one road in Texas, and that's the road to church on Sunday morning." And all of these cars were going by and going to church until, not to stereotype, but a pickup truck pulled over, and two women in flannel shirts got out, and sorry, and they helped her grandfather, brought him into the house. They were obviously a couple, and then promised to come back and check on him later, and they did. Not only that same day, but later on during the week, too. Her grandfather had the attitude of like, well, maybe they're okay, maybe. Anyway, that kind of softened things up just a tad. Nadia, again, in the spirit of perhaps inappropriate humor, said that it was very much like the Good Samaritan story, but she was going to write a story called The Good Lesbian. The Good Lesbian by Nadia the Jew, edited by Bonnie the Gentile. Okay, so there you go. Anyway, Nadia and her fiancé, Erica, went over to see the grandparents down in the Deep South, and this was the time that she was going to come out and tell her that Erica was actually not just her best friend, she was her fiancé. They were going to get married in August. And so Nadia first sat down with her grandmother, and she was sitting there chatting, and her grandma noticed that she had an engagement ring on her finger. And she said, why is that ring on your finger? That's your ring finger. That's for, when your husband comes and finds you. And Nadia said, well, actually, I have found my partner for life, and it's Erica. The grandma had several questions, like, how can that be? How can that be? Nadia explained, and then there was a long pause. And her grandmother said, so what are you wearing? Go, Grandma. Nadia went into the other room to tell her aunt, who was delighted. From the first moment, she asked her aunt, how am I going to tell Grandpa, because he's the most difficult one. So they came up with a strategy. Nadia also went back to see her grandmother, asked the same question, how am I going to tell Grandpa? Grandma said, you know what? I already told him, he's fine. Yay, Nadia! Yay, grandparents! But one of the things when she was telling me about her situation, before she had the courage to come out to them, she said, you know what I'm holding in my heart? I am holding in my heart that they are allegedly against me simply because they care so much about me. They are concerned that if we all die and go to heaven, they're never going to see me again. And she said, I can sit with that. I can sit with that. I can honor that. Even though I believe they're wrong, I believe they're wrong. I believe we all go to heaven if there is a heaven. There's something after this life. But she said, I can have compassion for them because they believe that. They're doing the best they can. And I wonder I wonder if that compassion that she grew in her heart created some fertile ground for this conversation to go as well as it did. Now, I don't know if they're going to attend the wedding or not. I hope so. It would be lovely to meet them so I can hug them and love them and send compassion to them wherever they are in life. But what I am so delighted in is Nadia's willingness to share this story, and to allow it to move us into a place where we can love the people that even seem against us, where we can extend compassion to them and understand that their conditioning, that their past, perhaps even their brain chemistry has led them to think and be a certain way. And maybe we can have compassion for this human condition where we all strut and fret this hour upon the stage and simply know that we're all trying to do the best we can. And we can change, but the change begins with us. The change begins with our willingness to extend compassion where it seems like we can't, but just to stretch a little bit into greater compassion. If you want to extend compassion, if you want to start practicing, I would suggest practicing today, back in the social hall. We are in this process of revitalizing this center, bringing forth the best that is to be in this center, and there are so many beautiful teams working on it behind the scenes. We have Mark working on the history, creating this beautiful display of history and sorting all the documents, Mark and his team. We have Shelley and the decluttering team who got a whole bunch of stuff out of our closets to create space for something new, and there's stuff that you can take home with you today out in the social hall. Shelley's going to say more about that later. We have a team that's working on the service to try and tweak various things, to recognize that not everybody likes every part of the service, and to try and find a win-win. And through all of it, we are extending compassion to one another, extending compassion to all of you. And so really what happens in this center is not about leadership doing the work. It is all of us in this sacred circle, working the principles, working with compassion even when it's difficult, and growing in our community, growing ourselves, and then the community grows naturally out of that. Compassion is the way, compassion grows in community, and community is the practice. So can we actively practice here today and every day? Can we allow the light to shine out of our eyes? I'm going to close with one quote. This is from St. Francis. Such love does the sky now pour. I have to ring out the light when I get home. Right? Gives me chills. And if we were to adapt that slightly here, such compassion does our center now pour. We have to ring out the light and share it everywhere. One more thing about that picture to come full circle. That's a picture of many of us wearing Heartivist shirts, holding up stuffed bunnies. We collected, something like 140, 150 stuffed bunnies that we sent to a child care center associated with one of our sister churches. Guess where? Asheville, North Carolina. Full circle, there is a God, people. There is a God, and its name is love, and you are all part of it. So let's know that now, and let us pray. Together we just know this beautiful, beautiful uprising of compassion within us, around us, through us, rippling inwardly and outwardly, because there truly is only one perfect life. That life is God's life. That life is love. That life is compassion. That love is peace. That life is justice. That life is the goodness that is embedded in all things. And so as we connect with that, as we anchor in that, as we know it to be the truth for ourselves and for all beings everywhere, we recognize that the light of compassion pours through our eyes as we allow it. We are inspired to bring more compassion into the world. We are inspired to love even when it's difficult to love. We are inspired to love ourselves, even the parts of ourselves that are difficult to love. And we are inspired to know that this great love and this great tenderness and this great compassion, this great passion for compassion is strong and powerful, and it changes the world from the inside out. And so today we lead by inner transformation. We create beautiful relationships. We allow this creative field to give birth to new possibilities for not only for us, but for all beings everywhere. And we are so grateful for this opportunity to serve in this quiet, gentle, loving, deeply spiritual way. And so with a heart that is so filled with gratitude, I say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, love. Thank you for this teaching. I bless all paths to God, churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, ashrams, fundamentalists, atheists, all beings everywhere, knowing that everybody contributes and connects somehow to this bigger picture of this thing that we call God or life or love. Filled with gratitude, I say, thank you, Spirit. And I release these words into the divine mystery. And together we say, and so it is. Namaste.
You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or ask the grinny bobcat why he grins? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountains? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you. And for once, never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends. And we are all connected to each other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does a sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. For whether we are white or copper skin, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountains. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the
Now for something completely different.
Yeah, but we try and tie it together somehow. I love the song.
Oh my gosh.
It just wrapped me back into my Disney clothes and makes me want to cry, actually.
You should see her during rehearsal though. Instead of like taking that breath, it's wash your hands.
You
So
never
she's-
get out of the mother place.
She's awesome. You're
Yeah,
so awesome.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, indeed. The message from Bonnie, the conversations I had before the service, and the music always wraps my heart in this giant bow and makes me. Thank you. Susan always cries. I'm right there with you, babe. So, thank you so much for being here today. This is a special time for us. And at this moment, we're dipping into our heart, bringing the thoughts into that heart space, and wondering, how has this service raised our consciousness, enlivened us to that part that is the wholeness of each of us. So with that, we're going to say the prayer for abundant nature of the beingness.
Our giving affirmation.
Thank you. That's a good one, too. Okay. So we're going to say this together. We trust in spirit. Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer these gifts. They are an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways, so that we may give again. And so it is. What is it called?
It's a giving affirmation. All right. I need multiple hands for this. So look, announcements. Everything that I'm going to say is on our website, www.venturacsl.org. And if it's not on the website or you can't find it there, give me a call in the office and I will fix that. We also have a weekly newsletter that goes out on Fridays. If you don't open it on Friday and you have opened it, it'll come to you Sunday morning to remind you. So we've got some different things going on here. Do you want to talk? I'm going to have, if you're new here, we have ambassadors. No, come down, Shelley. Come down. You're also ambassador today, so it ties in together. She forgot that she's ambassador today. If you're new here, we have ambassadors like Shelley wearing the teal stoles. And so if you have any questions or would like a welcome packet, please see an ambassador. And in the welcome packet, we have a little survey to fill out. If you fill out the survey and take it to the bookstore, we have a gift certificate for the bookstore for you. So we want to know how you found us and why you're here. But Shelley also has an announcement about the purging team. So use the microphone or nobody will be able to. Or what, I don't know, revitalize? I don't know what you call it.
Decluttering.
Decluttering, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm a part of the decluttering team, and I just want to give a shout out to my team who works so hard. Mary Kerrigan, thank you so much. And Karen Collins, who I don't think is here today, and Susan Aquino. So thank you so much for your service, and Mark Lager's history team. You guys crushed it. Thank you so much. You did such a wonderful job. The room looks amazing. I think that organizing, cleaning, decluttering is such a beautiful spiritual practice, because as we let go of the old and what no longer serves us, it gives us space for the new and what we can bring in. And so as we released a whole lot of the old, we're hoping that it can bless some of you. So we have some tables set up in the social hall. Please come and look. There are a lot of sort of random things, but you never know. It might be something you're looking for. There actually was something yesterday that I put in the trash pile, and someone came along and said, "This is exactly what I was looking for." I said, "Well, it's just wonderful, wonderful." So please come, and whatever calls to you, please take it. Whatever doesn't leave here today is going to be donated to a thrift store, a local thrift store. So thank you very much.
And Shelley could probably use a little help loading up the truck when it's time to go. So if you're still here and you see her filling the bags, just go ahead and jump in. We never turn away anybody that wants to help. So to change gears, I'll do the announcement because I'll do it better than Susan can, because Susan's too humble. Reverend Susan is starting the Essential Earnest class. It starts tomorrow. It's an 8-week class. So tomorrow night in person or Tuesday mornings on Zoom. The Essential Earnest class, Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy. And so the Essential Earnest class kind of traces all of his writings, takes it all, distills them down into the main points, which is kind of good because Ernest Holmes is a little wordy. He's a little wordy. And so this is a really nice editing process of his teaching. So, if you really are like, well, where did they get that? Or why do they do these things? This class will help explain a lot of that and explain the history, if you've been to the history, of science of mind. On another note, Reverend Susan is one of my teachers and mentors. She taught several of us through our prac training and all of our classes. She is one of my favorite people, and she is one of the best teachers, and she teaches from the heart and with so much love and compassion and earnestness towards the people who she teaches. So if you have the chance and you have the next 8 weeks free, please sign up for this class, because 8 weeks spent with Susan is 8 weeks well spent. So it's priceless pricing, and you have to buy the book. The book is in the bookstore. Did I get it all? Everybody? Okay. All right. Next, we have today, another thing. There's so much happening today. Aren't you all glad you're here? Say yes, yes. All right, we have an informational meeting. So if you're new-ish or and you want to know about the center, we have an informational meeting with Doreen and Mark. They're going to tell you about the ins and outs of not only us as a center, but some of the history of the building. And there's going to be a tour of the historical building led by both of them. So you get to see all of the super secret places, like there's a baptismal somewhere. So if you want to know where the baptismal is, come to the informational meeting. And if you're curious about membership and what membership means, they're going to cover that too. That's going to be in the sanctuary at 11:30 with Doreen and Mark. And we have a blood drive July 8th. We partner with the Red Cross. The blood drive is down in Martha's Hall. So if you are interested in giving blood, sign up online. You can use that QR code, or you can go to theredcross.com and sign up. You have to pre-sign up. You can't just drop in. And that is during the day. And if they have T-shirts, and it seems like it's early enough in the month that you might even get a free T-shirt. So that's cool. Anything else? We have a lot, like they said, in the social hall. So we have a bookstore. We have a concierge desk with someone who is there that will answer your questions. We have lots of sugary snacks, and we have some healthy snacks too. I always miss the healthy ones. And then we have all of the giveaway tables. So there's a lot going on in the social hall. So get in there. And if you want to help with anything, find somebody. Somebody will put you to work. So with that, if you want to anchor into this compassion, anchor it into anything that came up with you today. We have practitioners that pray with everybody after service. They'll be down here. And if you don't want to pray with somebody in person because you really want to make sure you get the good stuff off of the table, we have little blue papers that say prayer request. You can fill those out and put them in the prayer chest, and the practitioners all pray over those as a group. All right, we're just 1 minute over, so here we go. I'm going to have everybody stand up, and we're going to do our closing affirmation. Taking this deep breath in, I am held in Spirit's holiness, divinely guided by wisdom, courage, and love. I am always connected. I am love, I share love, I serve love. Thank you for my life, and so it is.